Urban renewal is one of the major policies of every government to see through to a modern architectural design in any environment. In line with this, citizens need to comply with rules guiding the erection of structures in order to meet up with the modern standard that will create an outlook that is free of obstruction or any environmental degradation. Some of these outlooks include accessibility for the physically challenged, exit points in cases of emergencies, and fire extinguishers in the event of fire outbreaks. Others are codes which are to be adhered to in order to prevent building collapse being experienced in recent times in most parts of the country.
Building code basically is a document, a legal requirement needed in the building industry to sanitize the aids that are plaguing the industry, to really ensure that we have the compliance with the minimum standards, to ensure best practices at the different stages of a building project delivery process, which of course encompasses pre-design, design, construction, post-construction stage, and ultimately it will really guarantee safety, health, comfortability, safe use of the buildings, and equally of that of the occupants.
To support building code, we have what we call planning standards as well. Planning standards are kind of localizing construction and design of building in different geographic areas of Nigeria. For instance, the way we build in the north is not the way we build in the west area. We don't belong to the same geographic zone. So the building code is general, but planning standards is kind of localized in different areas. So every town planning agencies of different states will have to come up with planning standards within the context of these national planning standards and building code that we have.
Having all these codes, the question that comes to mind is, are most of these buildings in Ibadan up to standard and meeting the building codes in Nigeria?
As we know, Ibadan is an ancient city with quite a number of, and it's in fact popularly known as the city of brown roofs. We have buildings that are trying to meet up that standard by, a whole lot of factors that are necessary to be inculcated in a building that, that is modern, as it were.
You're not supposed to develop without the inputs of professionals. So we have a building code that is so bulky. It has touched every part of our design and development of buildings, both public and private. It has specified what we should have. All these elevator, ramps, stairs are well stated and explained in the building codes of Nigeria. But are we using it? Are we implementing? That's the crisis we have in this country. All these professionals have one role or the other to perform. So the man on the street that want to construct, that want to develop, that want to design, has to consult the appropriate professionals. So these professionals are the ones to interpret building codes and planning standards.
If all these professionals are on ground to monitor the quality of buildings, why then are there still building collapse, and who is to blame?
All of us. If I'm the one developing, and I know that once you design for me or you construct for me, you are going to go. I'm the end user of that particular building. I should be conscious of what you are giving to me.
The clerk can be prosecuted for not engaging rightly. Also, the professionals, if there is a problem of a collapse, whoever is at the site, as a builder or the other colleagues at the site, also have to be accountable for any mistake.
If you go around town in Ibadan, many public buildings, many commercial buildings, these things are absent.
Most accidents that occur in our buildings can be avoided if codes are adhered to, sustained, and maintained. It will greatly reduce mishaps in our environment and make life less stressful for the physically challenged and the aged in the society.